Probably gonna just be background music, but that's the plan.
Welcome back, Master Chief.
I'm pretty sure that's like the intro is like the guy that made this mix made it. Hopefully it's not poorly mixed. Hello, hello. Going back to no. Hit any speed bumps today? Speed bump casualty count? I was at home all day. Ah, I see. I see. Give the tires a rest. Hopefully this is actually copyright free, but we'll see. I'm kind of risking it a little bit, but reserve tires. Those things are expensive because you didn't go with the cheapo one for drifting. You have like some pretty aggressive stuff, so it's a step too aggressive for me, streetwise. It was a night and day difference when I went with the Contis anyway. Or contact? I don't remember quite the name of it, but well, the last 10k or less miles down. I wish my Pirellis on my current car only lasted like however many kilometers. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna last a bit. I wanna get off them, but I'm not gonna throw them away. It's gonna be a revelation when I get the Michelin's on, probably. This is like, I love how hype Eurobeat is, but I'm pretty sure this is crash music to me. I'm definitely crashing with this one. This music makes you want a front drive car? What? Get out of here. And when are you're going to Japan and over the summer or something, right? Did I get more contacts for parts? Probably actually get actual JDM seats or what? They say a car on them. Just saying. I mean, they could be made in China for all I care. It's the brand, brother. I love that shower. All that matters, bro. I mean, where parts are made don't really matter at the end of the day because it's where it's manufactured. But it's all about the design, you know. It's like you don't call Apple a Chinese, like you don't call an iPhone a Chinese product. It's designed in Cupertino or whatever, as they love to say, designed in Cupertino. Oh my god, there's only 3 people. So if the designer or the brand is European, I mean, you can make anything exclusive to a region too. It doesn't mean anything. You can region lock a PS2 game, doesn't mean it's made in that region. But here's the thing, right? This is what you gotta. Well, now, here's what I'd say. Counterpoint, just for the sake of argument. Do you consider the Miata a JDM car? I know. I'm setting a trap. I know I'm setting a trap. Oh my god, there's only another guy, me at 1v1 right now. You know what I mean? This thing was designed in America. Same thing with the RX-7. Although the engineering wasn't for RX-7. Concept for Miata and everything was basically driven by America, so it's a Mazda, so I consider that JDM. But it's like the Mazda at the end of the day, it is a Mazda. You know what I mean? JK. It's your build, even if it's not full JP, who cares? It's whatever you like. I got way funnier. I've got way, like, I love like pointing this stuff out because I love internal inconsistencies and calling those out. That's kind of my thing. If this guy at work that's all about like healthy, and the dude's like, burger can be healthy, and I was like, wait, what? Are you talking about like a veggie wrap or something? And no, and he was like, no, McDonald's is healthy. Big Mac's healthy. And I was like, Big Mac's healthy? Yeah, it's got a lot of veggies and stuff like that. I was like, pretty sure all the calories and sodium is offsetting literally everything there. There's like another crazier take that he had about like a hot pot isn't healthy. I'm not saying it is, but then like how do you go from hot pot being unhealthy and saying that McDonald's is healthy? Like in my mind it feels like there's in no world is hot pot any worse than McDonald's. At the end of the day you're like just boiling stuff. And it's like, yeah, and I was like, yeah, if you like get like really clear soup, you can like drink the soup at the end. It's just like a really nice sort of broth at the end because you cooked all the meat and everything in it, right? So meat and veggies. It's not the most healthy thing because you get like a lot of meat and it's not super balanced and stuff like that, and you get a lot of fat and stuff like that. But then he's like, yeah, all that fat and oil is too much. And I was like, eh. It's for a Honda. I don't know, whenever I think about initial D, I was just like, all the Hondas always get beaten by... all front wheel drive always get beaten by the rear drive. Makes me not care less about front wheel drive. I'm just like, every time I hear Euro B or initial D, I'm like, yeah, I'm never getting a front drive ever again if I don't have to. I mean, the protagonist also has a Subaru, technically. Bunta not having a front drive is good enough reason for me, brother. Never go against the Bunta. Bunta is the ultimate, bro. The hero of the story, for real. Best in the series. Professional driver in the UK. Yeah, that was dope. Super memorable episode because it gave Takumi one of his infamous techniques. Dude was cool, but I would say he was hamstrung by the front drive. He could have done better if he wasn't in an EK. Might have won, you know, even possible. A lot of possibilities if he wasn't in a front drive car. But I have respect for front drive. Ever since I saw that overtake from that Korean racing series, Spec Racing Series. Is it Korean? I think it was. That type of pass is only possible with the front drive. Because everybody's in front drive. You know what I'm talking about? Change your mind. How do I search for it? I don't see it. I'll figure it out later. Maybe it's not Korea, it's Chinese. I think it might have been the Lycan. Not Lycan. What is it called? I'll let you know if it ever shows up on my feed again. It does it once in a while, so. Yeah, I can't really find it right now, but it is what it is. It's okay. I mean, you also have the lowest car in the world. I know, you don't. You're not scraping on flat ground. It's not low enough. You don't have that honor. How much does the guy pay over sticker for the Raptor R? That's the real question. Kisses a pothole and it's goodbye, right? I see. El Clasico. Dude, if only my parents could buy me a GT3, bro. To be fair, I think my parents raised me well enough that even if they could afford to give me a GT3, I wouldn't actually want them to waste that money like that. Rather than actually like invest it for their retirement and stuff like that instead of just giving me that type of money. Which I really appreciate. If I think about how I was raised. Like, I should waste my own money, not my parents' money, you know what I mean? Like that. That could just be me though. Like, if I'm gonna make poor financial decisions, I don't want to make my parents make the poor financial decisions. It's gotta be my decision. Let's not drag them in there. This is why I hate, like, in Hong Kong, it's very normal. Like, not normal, but like, it's a huge issue where kids, as soon as they turn 18, they'll apply for credit card, not really knowing that they're now legally allowed to just apply for their own credit card, and then their parents end up on the hook for the debt. It's legit, like, sort of basically pandemic, that kind of stuff. So bad. And it doesn't help that literally you have credit card companies standing people right outside of the university. Especially during like during August, September, when beginning of the school year, they'll like multiple credit card companies will have stands right in front of the, like, on the way from like train station to the uni, you have like you'll like cross like 4 or 5 different banks / credit card companies. I'll be just like, hey, you want a credit card? And they just sign their life away. You could argue that like the parents should have warned them about like what credit cards are. But like, if you're getting bombarded every single day when you're going to school, like it's like part of it is just like there's some regulations and stuff there. You can't just blame parenting for that, you know what I mean? Same thing with like, you know, like online content, censorship, or even like TV has had this for a long time, where it's like a certain daytime stuff, in general channels, in public channels, you're not allowed to like advertise to kids or whatnot, because you know they're impressionable, and then YouTube just completely broke that. But that's a different debate altogether. Tech definitely outpaced regulations on that side. Anyway. Okay. Careful, guys. Always be good to your kids. I'm out. Gotta pay attention. Yeah. And my mom was super realistic. Is like, oh wait, no. So my mom was talking about this recently. Because like of the whole move to the US thing. Basically, what has to happen is like if I own. Like if the person moving owns any like sort of property or whatever, when you move to the States or move away from Canada, you have to do this thing where you pay exit taxes. If you're going to say that you're no longer a tax resident, you don't want to be paying Canadian taxes if you don't have to, right? But what ends up happening is that if you own any property or whatever, or assets, you basically have to I call this quasi, but basically you're selling it to yourself. So you sell it at whatever market value. I don't know how they determine it, but like you sell it back to yourself. Of course, you don't pay yourself any money, but like you pay taxes on if like, you know, if the house went up in value since you bought it. So that's called, you know, the exit taxes and stuff like that. So I was kind of discussing that with my mom. I was like not super in depth because I think we might as well just talk to an accountant or whatever to get everything sorted. So we didn't get super in depth. But as we talked about this, my mom was like, hey, if I go, I'm thinking, and then she was like, yeah, I should just sell everything. Just leave you cash out. And then that way you don't have to pay any like capital gains or whatever. And you're just inheriting cash. And I'm like, I was like super realistic. I was like, hey mom, I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I'm responsible enough for me to handle just getting straight cash from you. I'd rather you just keep the property and then we'll pay whatever capital gains tax or whatever inheritance tax or estate tax or whatever that needs to happen. At least if it's locked down to like something, then like I'm less inclined to like just sell it and like just waste the money. I have the money. I'd rather have an asset. I'll handle that cash for me. Not sure if I want to do that. It's just I end up on like a carbon body for your BRZ, I think. Cash just gets converted to carbon fiber part. I think it's a good baseline to start to, like, basically I have like a set amount of savings essentially with that. a rainy day that I can just like I know that like if times get tough or whatever, I have something to sell off or whatever. Because we never want to be in that situation at all if I plan correctly. On the other side, it's like also like just for future, you know, it's like potentially kids or whatever. Although I think I've mentioned this once or twice. I'm pretty sure I've like made peace with the fact that I might not have kids or have a significant other. But just in case. Bunch of FR cars. Bro. If it's FR, yes. Actually, FR is fine. FR is fine. I wholeheartedly agree. No. It's one of those Freudian slips. You meant FR subconsciously. Like even your fingers just typed FR. I knew there was. I knew it. I knew you had one. You were a true petrol head all along. Understood. It's actually kind of hilarious though, if you think about it. How like all electric cars are going to rear wheel drive or front or all wheel drive. The only ones that are front drive electric cars are if like they were a conversion from a standard car. Even they know that just put the motor in the back, brother. That's where the motor's supposed to go if there's only one. That saves them money. No, it's actually on the axle, right? Basically, the motor. So it would be like pretty much just rear engine. Just tending. Although it was like a true rear engine, like a 911 is like where the engine hangs out even past the rear axle though. Have to say. It's definitely, I think it's tough to call it midship just because it's midship is where the engine's supposed to be in front of the rear axle. Yeah. Battery's in the middle, but that's basically just the fuel tank, right? The battery aren't even like connected to the like they're not like a single unit with the motor anyway. It's like it's wired to it, so it's not super related. Midship, plenty. Yeah, that's all these rumors all consistently about this. The revival of the Mar2, Celica. And you have plenty of expensive cars that are midships. Ferraris, Astons now. Lambos. Audi's no longer making midships. R8's dead. Porsche's still doing them, right? Like Cayman and Boxster are midships. If you want something with a manual gearbox. Evora. Oh, sorry, Mira, I guess the new one. Would have been the load. It would have been the lease exige. Those don't exist anymore. Those aren't being manufactured anymore. Sad times. Ooh, bro, get an aerial Atom, bro. Type AF. There's nothing you can do to lower it. It's never gonna like look like it's lowered because it has no bumpers. What if there's a slammed Atom out there? I wouldn't be surprised, but that'd be hilarious to me. You don't have to worry about fitment when there aren't real arches. Welcome Dante. If I forgot, yeah, if I forgot to say hi, but welcome, welcome. There's rumors, right? Like, isn't the rumor that it's gonna be in partnership with Mazda or something? That'd be dope, yeah. That'll be the new midlife crisis car. One of those. Never been one for convertibles, so the Miata never really super appealed to me. Anti-turbo? Yeah, they're just gonna use the Yaris engine, right? So CR. Yeah, we'll have to see. Once you have the turbo in it, though, it's gonna cost a bit more compared to the BRZ. Some of like the accessibility of the BRZs just can't be beat because they never turboed it. So like, there's not a lot of torque. So then you have like lighter flywheels, lighter clutch, lighter drive line, drive shaft. Of course, like it means aftermarket you have to replace that stuff a bit, like pretty soon because they're not designed for the load. If you like increase power or whatever, but you know what they're doing. So if you like keep it stock, there's like that's part of why it's so like it's so accessible, you know. And I want, as an enthusiast, I want there to always be an economical or relatively economical way to for an enthusiast vehicle. I think it's so important for like nurturing the hobby or whatever. Although nowadays it's kind of inevitable that with the electric revolution, like it's just a matter of time. Like maybe it could be pushed out if people get really efficient with their gas engines, but like eventually the gas has got to go because it's just a finite resource. So born late enough to see the pinnacle of engineering, but not early enough to be able to afford any of it. Just born late enough to witness the death of gasoline engines as we know it. Nissan lacking? I mean, yeah, Nissan do be lacking. We haven't done anything since the GTR. R35 as well. Not 400Z is like commendable, but it just feels too much like just a reskin 370. Even though it's got the twin turbo engine, it's like there's some good tech with the turbo tech. That like Ferrari style where it like ramps up into the torque, they can track the turbo speed at the shaft. There's some interesting innovations there, but the fact that it's not brand new is quite disappointing. Although, if we really think about it, even the BRZ, GR86, GT86, all that stuff was basically just a weird rear drive Impreza. At least it started like that. I wonder how many parts it actually shares like that, though. I think forgivable on the BRZ GTR 86 level of pricing. It's fine, but once you get into the prices you're paying for a 400Z, you wish there was a brand new car. Actually do something? Yeah, we'll see. The merger failing is kind of not a great sign though. Not the same thing as 300Z? I doubt it. It's not nearly as affordable. What with, especially with all the dealer markups and like people are like hard, like, and by the time it becomes cheap enough and like not popular enough, but like enough numbers where it like starts being cheap in the aftermarket, especially like gas prices will be through the roof or whatever. So if you can afford a freaking to drive a gasoline car, you're probably not in the market for probably like a weekend car anyway, and you're probably not going to be in the market for a Nissan. It's going to be like the rich person's hobby, like golf. Well, the exchange rate is kind of whack too, because the Japanese like that age was when the Japanese economy was so freaking booming. So even though the cars cost them more, relatively people could afford it, especially because other things weren't as expensive as well. Because like housing and stuff like that wasn't nearly as expensive. Now it's like, I think the main thing is that other things rose. Like, even if the car stays the same price, it's like people have less money to spend on a car nowadays. Like if you really think about it, the Miata is a miracle of a car. Like they've kept it as simple as possible, and it costs less than the original one, the current one, like brand new, if you account for inflation. Like that's like props, like hands off, like all the props to Mazda for keeping it like that, and, like, not succumbing to pressure where people are like, oh, it needs more power, it needs to be bigger. Like, no. No, we know what we know what it is. We don't need to complicate things. We don't need a turbo, we don't need more power. Thing's still tiny. Kept up with safety regs without getting too heavy still. They really locked in on that formula. Kept the Roadster alive. Especially the most like the affordable one, dedicated platform and everything. 240 still best budget sports car to ever exist. I won't say no because I don't actually have that much knowledge of all the available cars to make that judgment myself. So I have no comment, but like it's a great car. I wonder if you can go further back and call some other things better. The A86 is a classic. Like outside, I'm not like outside of like initial D and nostalgia or anything. But like it's so versatile, and like there were racing series for it and stuff like that. Kind of like how there's like racing series for like Miatas in that sense. Cheap family car. Even though it wasn't like built as a sports car, admittedly. Whoa, it's a bone shaker in S class. S1. Realize. There goes that guy. Oh god. I thought I passed it, but my turn in was a bit too sharp. Surprising amount of traffic. Not really. Wasn't prepped for this. Was not mentally prepared for the amount of traffic here. ABRZ. That's a sports compact though, no sports. Wasn't the 240 technically just a family car? Like most Japanese cars, but then there's like a racy version, like a faster version of it. The same way like there's a 3 Series and an M3. I thought it was like, was it designed as a sport? Is what I'm asking. Like the base one, like, is the base a sports car? Is what I say. I actually don't know. I'm like no clue myself. I'm just wondering. I don't know the history of it. Like I wouldn't be surprised either way, because the Japanese economy was so booming that they would just make dedicated chassis for sports cars willy-nilly back in the day. Like, everything had its own platform. Well, platforms weren't really a thing back then because platform sharing wasn't a thing until a little bit later on. That's what like really started with the VW, Beetle initially. And it didn't really catch on until later on. Really everything was a Beetle underneath. That came out of Volkswagen. The Bus, Rabbit, Monster, whatever it's called. Was it called Abomination or something? I don't remember what the name of it was. It's a sports car. Okay. We call it a sports car. Yeah, I think that's what I have the impression of. Seeing like the huge black bumper or like bumper extensions and all that. Made me feel like it might have not been like a pure sports car, but I think that might be just the USDM version of it. Yeah. If it is like a sports car platform, it's hard to argue. I don't know like the pricing difference though. Is the MR2 any the first gen one? Oh, not first gen, like the second one? I don't actually know when that came out. Like, I don't know, second gen is the one I think of being the iconic one. Third gen is like the tiny one. Oh, it's the first and third. The first generation was tiny, the third generation was tiny. The second one was when it got longer and looked really dope. Yeah, the truck engine. I mean, don't look down on truck engines at the end of the day, because what, like, great example is the new Ford GT basically has a truck engine in it, admittedly with crazy turbos and stuff like that. And then a lot of people based their engines for a while on the XC90 engine. Volvo. Although, admittedly, I think it technically was a Ford engine because it was owned by, they were owned by Ford at the time. Like the price compared to the 240. Really? Yeah, I have no clue. Yeah, you might be right. I don't have any even inkling on what I would go up against that, because I don't know the prices. Admittedly. Like, if you really talk about cheap, wouldn't you like really think about like the K cars, like the classic 3, like the Beat, the Cappuccino. And the like AZ1K, AZ1. Fully dedicated platforms. Crazy power to weight. Oh, look. I don't think I pushed the mash thing, but. The real, true, like, embodiment of the Japanese booming economy. You have dedicated sports car platforms for K cars. That's when you know you're too much money. Those are some dope cars, though. Finger quotes 64 horsepower fun. I watched like Haggerty's video, like Jason Camisa's video on it. It's so cool, all those things. Honestly. It's time to be alive. Sweet indie competition, yeah, exactly. Excluding K cars, yeah. That's the one gotcha I got you. Hey, even with my lack of knowledge, I remember K cars. Let's go. I'm not completely clueless when it comes to car culture. Yeah, I like to compare base with base. Like, what was the base 240 versus the base MR2? Price-wise, I don't know. Are they even in the same, like, years of production? Like, same decade? You know more than you. I know more than you. Thanks. Appreciate the compliment. I just get trolled by Zevo so much that it makes me feel like I have my car opinions are completely invalid sometimes. I just know nothing compared to some people. Great to have some perspective. Does that have copyright? It literally said no copyright, so Nothing has said it's copyright yet on YouTube. Is it copyright on Twitch? Tell me. On YouTube it hasn't flagged anything yet. It doesn't have to be like specifically copyright, it's just allowing people to play it on like... I don't even mind if they take my money because I don't have any ad revenue anyway, but... Yeah, but who knows. Guess we'll find out whenever the VOD starts showing up. Because I have auto-published VODs, but if it fails to publish if based on copyright, then it'll flag me and I'll know. I'm risking it tonight though. People PTSD, true. Yeah, I literally searched copyright-free Eurobeat apparently, and people said that it's good, but I could be wrong. This has to be the 15th in a row, and somehow it always surprises. What kind of killer do I gotta overthrow just to get a little peace and quiet? I know I need to get away somewhere, but somehow the world will deny it. Daring today. The Riddler. The music? Well, needed something new, you know? Legend, it doesn't exist. Sometimes you gotta do one of these for me. Branching out a little bit. I'm sure there's some form of copyright as long as they allow people to put it in content, it's fine. Apparently this one is it, but we'll have to see. Maybe the guy lied to me. It's actually rare. I have like all my Eurobeat songs are when they sing in crap English, which is half the fun. Having it being singing in Japanese is actually throwing me off. Yeah, it's totally legitimately throwing me off. Of course it's a scout. Well, see how this goes. We'll have high hopes. This guy's gonna make crazy mistakes for me to do anything. Might finally have me. Oh, this dude's bad though, so we're good. Fairly competitive cars, so there's that. Part of the fun of Eurobeat is the broken English lyrics that they come up with, so I'm missing that. Mission impossible, ready to go. See the light in the stormy sky. That's a classic. What are you talking about? It's like AI generated lyrics before AI existed. They're now reserved. True. Unless he like misses some checkpoints, like his like a throwback to how he used to play. Actually, dude, that's a great comparison now that I think about it. It's like somebody, maybe like old Eurobeat is, they were like ahead of their time. They had access to AI before anybody had access to AI, and they just generated their lyrics like, what are some inspirational type, like, kind of robot, like they just like typed it in and like prompted it and they got like all these lyrics. The Top. That's a classic one. Or just straight up like, kind of like in the general sense, it's like kind of inspirational and like has some meaning, and then like you listen to it and like the way that the lyrics are put together, it's like there's nothing really cohesive here. English techniques are kind of the same. I think the English techniques are more like Google Translate rather than AI in my mind. Eurobeat like lyrics feel AI generated. At least with like English techniques, you can kind of see where they're going meaning wise. It's just that it doesn't translate very well, more than likely. But they just decided to keep it like that. Different class. But that was part of the fun with Eurobeat. I'm losing that bit here right now. But who's to say? Maybe in Japanese they're going crazy with the meanings. I just don't get it. Who knows, bro? Who knows? Actually, I think like Scout in B class is less oppressive than Scout in A class. What are your thoughts? It's like it had just way more drive in A class, while still having insane grip. In B class, it doesn't seem like it has that much of an advantage. But maybe it's just the guy driving that's the issue. This guy's definitely not the best driver. This mix is less of a mix, it's just kind of seamless playlist. After that transition. Scout is dumb wherever you take it. True. Ooh, something to keep people in stock. I think it has less to do with the cars and more to do with who's driving here. Alright, that guy was looking backwards for sure. Let's see how this guy messes up at this braking zone. I have a feeling. Maybe he doesn't mess up, he just brakes early. guy literally just takes an angle because his car will turn wherever he wants it to go, but losing so much speed in the corners by doing that. Keeping the car straight. Oh, that wall actually helped me. I just have more drive. Car diff. Or maybe engine diff. I've got that stupid engine that's shift to 5.3. Where's that engine from? The Subaru, right? Another Boxer engine, right? Wow, what a transition that was. Or lack thereof of a transition, really. Oh, it's just 3 of us. That was not fast. I should brake the actual way instead of just sliding through that one. And nothing you can do now. It's just a flat race to finish. I'm running out of revs though. We're back to the English. Let's go. Alright, so for infinite torque. This isn't the stock engine though. Oh my god. That's the first time I've seen my wing completely just pop off right there. What the heck was that? My bumper's also banged up immediately off the first jump. Wow. Oh. Well, I'll have to make do the rest of the race. I'm sure I love the look. Impreza is definitely not one of those cars where it looks better without the wing. Definitely doesn't look correct without the wing. I argue the original BRZ looks better without wing, or at least the built-in one, or the one that comes from factory if you option it. It looks good, but I think it looks cleaner without it. This is not the case here. Wholeheartedly say that. Pre-refresh. I think the new refresh with the ducktail, ducktail, or the ducktail sort of trunk spoiler makes sense. It's better. It's hard to call that a spoiler in my opinion. It feels like just a more stylized trunk lid. Anything. And I think it's because the designers realized that I was right instead of just tacking on the wing that you could either come standard with the BRZ or like the base Toyota or base Scion. It doesn't come with one. I think that does look better. At the slightest pickup in the trunk already. And then in the refresh they just basically made it more aggressive. The new gen, yeah, it has the... I think the trunk is a bit more aggressive, right? It kicks up a little bit more. It doesn't come with a... Oh, actually, I don't know. Probably still comes with an optional floor spoiler if you want one. The Japan option one. There were two? Oh, I didn't know that. A bit narrow my knowledge of that because I only saw it as part of what I could get in North America at the time. It was either spoiler or no spoiler. You could add a spoiler if you wanted one. It's basically a stick-on one. Yeah, and that one I just don't. Or too slow to complete. I compete, true. Yours was more of a spoiler style. Mount extensions to raise it. Oh. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the refresh option, admittedly. I did at one point think, oh, maybe I could just side grade. Potentially. Just like update and get the newer one. I stayed at my old like startup minimum wage job. Street racing. Oh, good. Pick this. Yeah, the swan neck. Massive duckbill like the new gen. Oh, I see. Yeah. So basically, like at the time when I was looking, because I always look, I was like, I could side grade, but then like the GR Corolla got announced. I was like, damn, that would be the one if I stayed at that old job, even though it was a stretch budget wise. And then I found out I got a gig at a big company, and then my goals shifted again. Part of me was like a little bit still debating whether I was gonna go with the GR Corolla, though the problem was the availability mainly, because I really wanted the full package one, like the circuit edition, if I was gonna get it. But that's basically like not possible unless you're like willing to deal with markups or whatever, which I wasn't. And if you include markups, then getting basic closer to M2 money. And once you get to M2, I was like, M2 probably works a bit better in my current situation, even though it costs a significant amount more. I'm not really surprised with this guy's car choice. So I had the ability to stretch my budget a little bit, so I did. And like so far, it's been paying off, like personally, because like you can get your individual color with M3, but you can't in M2 because they're made in Mexico instead of Europe and Germany. And like you only get individual options if you can like and pick out of the individual catalog if it's in Germany, manufactured there. So like there's that, and like of course it's like I got the carbon ceramic brakes, which wasn't an option in the M2 even if you wanted it, but looking back, that's probably like you're just paying money to pay more money, and that really isn't much of a factor between the two choices. I think the main thing is having 4 doors has been a godsend. Like I've already been able to like take like a family trip back when I was going to my cousin's wedding. We had to go on a ferry and the car was loaded. I don't think we could have done the same thing if I was in M2. It was like cargo wise and also just comfortable for like 5 people in the car wise. So far I think this has been the correct choice, even though I wasted a bunch more money. Not waste, I spent a lot more money. But sometimes I look back, it's like, M2 might have been the smarter decision. Because now, especially now that I'm like potentially like still really iffy on it, upgrading, and I could have saved the money and have more in the bank for that, but can't buy the GR Corolla. Where are you from? If you don't mind me asking. You have the Yaris then? Technically the Yaris is cooler in my opinion because it's the actual homologation special. GR Corolla was them just like, oh, the Yaris is a homologation special, and it wasn't ever homologated for the US and stuff like that, so they could never really sell it here unless they wanted to go through all the safety like certifications and all that stuff. And at that point, they know that the market is more in line with getting a larger car with 4 doors than the Yaris. Yeah, if you're in France, you have the GR Yaris, though. Yeah, the Yaris is cooler. The rally car that never raced. Dope, bro. If I were given the choice, I would choose the Yaris over the Corolla, to be honest. Complete different vibe. Plus, you're guaranteed like the good edition of it. Like the GR Corolla, they make like the base version of it. They can, whereas like GR Corolla, I think you can still option it without like all the limited slip diffs. But as long as you do that, there's like one trim, and all the trims have like the carbon roof and stuff. The Corolla, because since it's based on a Corolla, they don't have all that. Yeah, same engine, smaller car, always recipes for success. Same smaller, lighter car. I could say the same thing about the M2 though. But luckily, or not luckily, but like this is a. I don't know if you guys remember when I was like really debating like on stream sometimes, like as much as Zevo hates it. I think I mentioned this, but like at the time I was waiting for the M2 to come out first before I made any decision on what car to buy. So it's like there's your Corolla M3, and like I know the M2 is coming. Everybody knew the M2 was coming, of course, but if the M2 was as much of like a weight advantage as the M2 ended up being last generation, the F80 generation, even the base M2, not the competition that came later when the original engine became outlawed due to the missions or whatever, it had to go. But even with that, I think that would have been like the car, because it's like just so much lighter and everything. And M3, like the driving experience was just better. And then one thing I saw the M2, I was like barely any shorter. The only thing was like a slightly shorter wheelbase. It's very slight, but the weight is like it's pretty much the same. Like not enough for like a guy like me to notice. Anyway, like especially day to day, you'll notice it if you go into the track probably, but you probably have to do it like back to back to really notice the difference between the smaller wheelbase. People are like all over the internet, it's like, yeah, it's the slightly shorter wheelbase that makes the difference, not the weight difference. And when that happened, I was like, oh, okay. So if it doesn't drive significantly better, the only plus is that it's cheaper. And that really made the decision a bit more difficult, or else I would be in an M2 right now, honestly. If I was in the market in the F generation, I would be an M2 owner right now. Plus the M2 had the last generation M2 had a better manual gearbox from what I've heard. But that'll be fixed in aftermarket if I keep this car though, so that'll be fine. For now, I have the typically dead ZF BMW tuned manual trans, even though we know the ZF manual can be really good, i.e. the Supra manual. It's the same manual trans, basically. Still ZF and everything, it's a BMW one, but just chose whatever parts and tuned it differently, or just not even tuned, it's mainly just part selection and stuff like that, and like requirements for like feel and stuff. It's just better. People like praise it, and I was like, this is the same trans, technically. I even like at one point I was like, hey, is there any way to swap components? This is technically the same gearbox. It's like just do a shift linkage swap with the Supra manual. I was a bit early on that, to be honest, because I was like, as soon as the Supra released, I started searching up on the forums. I wonder if anybody's actually done that. Feels like it should be possible though, right? But I guess it's like there's probably some limitations, like with the Alpina swap that for front bumper. For some reason, the M cars have a different front bumper design than the regular 3 Series. Oh no, I know why. It's because it more resembles a 4 Series, which has the buck teeth. If it was more like the 3 Series, you could get the Alpina bumper. It has the same exact engine. This generation at least. They used to just tune up a regular standard N series engine or B series engine. Alpine. Alpina, sorry, Alpina, not Alpine. Alpine is a different car company. Am I looped? Oh yeah, I'm looped. Anyway, sorry for kind of rambling, guys. Yeah, that would be an interesting swap, honestly. Somebody's done it, that'd be cool, but... Wait, I was doing such a lol, you're just chilling in the lobby. The one true love. Eurobeat. You're doing that line. I need to hold. Yeah, I try to hold tight for you. Okay. I'm glad I didn't hit you. I've been on the opposite side of that a bit, one too many times last session. My non-breaker. So for some reason, the ghost detection for T-bone events are pretty crap in this game. I don't know why. I think I know why. I think they just coded it. They just never really thought that that was going to be a scenario. They're more focused on like rear ends and like side swipes with no breaking into corners, but not actually T-bone scenarios as much. Pretty rare to have a T-bone event. Something has to be going catastrophically wrong for you to be a T-bone, or just do an alternative line that the developer never intended for you to take. It might be B-road again. I know, you never know. Mayhaps, mayhaps. Are you been good to the playground game gods? Oh, excuse me. Hey, no B-road for you, buddy. Sad. What's the take? I already did the Ford GT today, so not that. Brat. I'm leaning towards Patron. Let's do it. Sag, indeed. Wow, what a crap transition that was. Damn, that was bad. You know, hopefully it's copyright free. I'm not gonna complain too much about it. The last time I played it was CC. True, that's the Batacom experience for sure. That classic and Batacom experience. That just looks like a bone shaker that's stripped down. Oh god, I forgot how crap this thing is on road. Whoa, I'll follow that. I don't think actually that gained me any time. I cut that really close. Oh, I cut that too close. I thought about maybe I could get the pass done. Had a bit of pace there. And I turned right a bit too much, straighting out the car. Racing though. Got it. Too excited. Yeah, exactly. Got greedy. Okay. Getting some luck there, cutting corners a bit tight. And then I tried my luck one too many times there. There's a wide line here that I've never gotten it to work. Oh god. Down to the end. Get disappointing. Before the miss of speed though, hey, thank you. The transition onto the road was clean AF. If I do say this for myself, I do. I'm just the best. Whoa. You know, like one of my pastimes is just looking at Facebook Marketplace even though I'm not in the market for anything. Just watching people try to sell Not even try. Watching people sell 5090s, crazy markups, and then seeing that people are actually buying them makes me lose faith in humanity, not gonna lie. To be fair, this is like pretty tame loss of lost faith in humanity when the whole political situation is happening in the US, but still, I'm truly losing faith in humanity. Just watching the US political situation. How many people are okay with it? Really, until it affects them, then they're not okay with it. But the fact that it has to affect them directly for them to be against it, then huge issue. Luckily, I think the admin is making it so that it affects everybody. They're finding out now. Dude, I'm too afraid. Agnol Ma is back. Yeah, I didn't want the stream to get derailed. Become like another political stream again or whatever. Or even, like, just get super political or whatever. But I'm super, like, I didn't bring it up last time Total 4 was here because he was like super pro Trump at the point. Literally like, I can't wait for January. I was like, wait, what? The new year? And he's like, no, it's for inauguration. I was like, okay. I honestly like not want to know his opinion, but I don't. I think it's a bit awkward to like ask that question. Oh, we got the tryhards now. Alright, let me just get through with it. I don't need to make that pass because I suck on the road. Definitely better on the dirt though. What the heck? That guy got that to work. No, this guy's pretty bad. Oh, we get ghosted through there. Dude, that thing has so much drive. ACTF, it's so easy to drive by comparison. Yeah, I was ahead going into the trickier street section there. I had a little bit of leeway there. In a different car? What do you expect Agnolma to be in? We kept the ACTF behind. Let's go. Take those. Only driving at least. I got it, but not all of a sudden true. Wait, really? He's in the least all the time? Hey, back in the dirt where this car belongs. Ironically, this is a track day special track play. But because of Platoon, it just hates the road. It is an handful. equal parts under and oversteer at the same time. Really. You'd be a special monster this one. Dante's better than me through that section. Never super confident through there, so. Drag race. Okay, I have the taste of that. The drag race, thank God. Really caught up to me on the road section. Agnelma. Thanks, Terrybot. Nuke 'em. You should see it at the bridge. Ooh. Convenient for me. Excuse me. Oh. This is my blast playlist? Really? Really? I give you guys permission to go full meta if you need to. We'll see. I'm sticking with Delta. This is not B class. B class is when like they take meta and there's nothing to do. B and A class. This one is a bit more potentially manageable. No B road. When is St. Patrick's Day? Oh, there's the Lotus Elite. That's all we're talking about. Hey, there you go. Good job. Hold it. I really know if he's just an abuser, depending on how he takes this jump. If he slows down, then he's not a true abuser. Wait, no, he could still be, but... Oh, he's taking the jump. Weird. What? Dang it. There's one spot where there's a divot. That would have been clean. Wow. It was like kind of perfect. I got the downward slope, but then it's like, I think if I were like left or right of that divot, I would have been fine. You're supposed to like launch into the down ramp basically. Go Dante, I'm cheering you on. You got this. I can't do much, but you seem to be having some success. Safer at least? I see, I see. Oh, he's actually carried my meta. Did we have any doubt? Don't think so. HCTF in the last lobby getting beaten by Caterham and Kuntosh. Never had doubt about carried by meta, but the meta do be pretty carrying in S1 cross. Or cross basically. Cross country is the easiest to carried by meta because it's literally just open space. So you don't have to be good. The lowest skill expression race in all of Forza. Even the, what's it called? What was the thing called when they did the... oh, sorry. When they did the... not cross country. In the ranked mode, where like you had to go from point A to point B, it was some type of scramble or whatever. Where it didn't matter, like, as long as you made it. The equivalent of a trailblazer. At least that one had a bit of skill expression in the sense that you had to memorize like the places you had to go to not hit trees or whatever. Like cross country is easier than that still. He's probably fuming right now, not gonna lie. ACTF last race. Bone Checker this race, can't win either. Fremont Rush, yes, that's the name. Hey, welcome Zevo. Memory skills, yeah, at least it's some skill. You know what I mean? Like both CC and Fremont Rush don't take much driving skill. Or at least it's like the floor is pretty high. You can only be so bad, it feels. Of course there's people that can be bad at it, but at least in Fremont Rush you have to memorize some stuff. Good job. Putting in work, Dante. Hey, hey! Hey! Only in specific people's hands, definitely not mine. I'll tell you that much. And fill the death trap. Got the same vibe. I have the friggin' I have a what tune do I have? Which one was it? The 911. It's like 935, I think. That's like completely doesn't even like to go in a straight line. That's super quick in a straight line. You manage to hold it straight. You know the line. Oh, he does. What? Where's he going? Does not load the line. Truly carried my meta. Reels. Got a bit of a buffer. Did you hit the checkpoint? Definitely not. I'm just releasing and not doing full throttle there is probably better. One mistake and his straight line speed caught me. Damn. Oh, he's struggling here. Gotta slow down here. Thought I could give you a buffer, but really. Now you can rabbit off your lines, so you're not gonna make the same mistake twice. Go Dante, go. Where's he going? Whoa. Missed the checkpoint. Thinking he could go tighter than you. He didn't quit. I'm pretty sure he quit. Hey, even I got a dub. Let's go. Let's see what the next one is. I might do one more.
I put one down and one more rises. I swear this has to be the 15th in a row, and somehow it always surprises. What kind of killer do I gotta overthrow just to get a little peace and quiet? I know I need to get away somewhere, but somehow the world will deny it. Sometimes I get tired of this place. I don't want to waste another day away from loving you. Got these feelings taking over like the rapids on the moon. Let's indulge a life of lunacy. Our feelings overdue.
Well, honestly, that could. Let's go. I think it's good. That's what it is. Yeah, it's a more of a rally type car for sure. Oh, okay. I'm not doing this. Get me out. All right, and that's it. It's a little stick man that could. That's really what he means. Ain't about to entertain that. I ain't entertaining that. Alright, okay. You know, one more thing. We'll do one more. Just if this is like a decent one, I'll finish one. Thanks, Bowen. Don't put me back in the same lobby. If it's putting me back in the same lobby, then it's Playground Games telling me to log off and go to bed. It's not looking good. This matchmaking is taking a while. Okay, no. I'm not gonna do that. Go back to that. Alright, cool. Well, that's gonna be it. Oh yeah, I gotta find my outro music. Give me 1 second. Alright, sorry. That's gonna be an abrupt change. Let's go. This is my new outro music. Oh, let's go. Alright, cool. Alright. Cool. That's gonna be it for today's stream. Thanks everybody for playing / watching. It was lots of fun. Thank you, Techno. Thank you, Dante. And everybody else that joined. Really appreciate you guys as per usual. Thanks for the follow, GCO Rinsler. Appreciate ya. It's not fun. No B-class road. Feels bad, man. Oh, Van Race is online. I can raid that. Let's go. Easy dub. Cool. So that's good, guy. We're gonna raid tonight. It's been a while since I've been able to raid. I have to be awake. Or not awake. I have to end stream at a decent time. Alright, cool. Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go back into Genshin. Yeah, it's gonna be fun for me. We'll see if you guys are down for it. I'll see you guys there. Yeah. So that's gonna be it for me. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day, night, morning, afternoon, wherever you guys are from. Just have a great day in general. I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care, stay safe, all that good stuff. Bye. I'll send y'all off with this drop. All right, see you guys. Bye.